Item number 402. Sanitary sewers 402. 1 Description. This item shall govern the furnishing, installation and jointing of sanitary sewer pipe of the size and type specified by the project plans and specifications. All sanitary sewer mains shall be constructed in accordance with the specifications herein outlined and in conformity with the required lines, grades, and details shown on the plans and as directed by the owner engineer. Successful passage of the air test as described under item number 518, air testing, shall be required for the acceptance of the mains. The requirements of item number 527, television inspection, shall be met before acceptance of the line. No pipe installation will be accepted until all known leaks have been repaired, whether or not leakage is within allowable limits. Locating and repairing of leaks shall be performed by the contractor at no additional cost. The engineer will certify that all required pressure and leakage tests have been successfully completed before the pipeline is accepted. The engineer's records will include the rate of leakage of all final leakage tests. Passage of a test does not relieve the contractor of his responsibilities to meet the requirements of the specifications. All plans, materials, and specifications shall be in accordance with the Texas Administrative Code, TAC, rules to include 30 TAC 213, and design criteria for sewerage systems 30 TAC 217, or any revisions thereto as applicable. Contractor shall submit filed copy plans and profiles showing as-built work at end of project, CCTV DVD, and compaction density reports for main sewer line and all service laterals trenches. Warranty letters on materials and workmanship shall be for 24 months after file acceptance. 402. Materials for sanitary sewer pipe. Materials for sanitary sewer pipe may be either rigid or flexible. All pipe not listed shall be subject to approval by SANITARY. 1 Rigid pipe. Ductile iron and cast iron pipe shall be, for the purpose of this specification, known as rigid pipe. 2 Flexible pipe. Pipe consisting of materials other than those listed above. A. When flexible pipe is used, select initial backfill or approved optional select initial backfill in accordance with item number 400. Excavation, trenching and backfilling, shall be mandatory and is required in the bedding zone and in the initial backfill zone. B. Deflection test. Deflection tests shall be performed on all flexible and semi-rigid pipe. Any flexible pipe having a deflection of the base inside diameter, as defined in ASTM D3034, ASTM F679, ASTM F789, and ASTM F794 closed profile, greater than 5%, 5%, after installation will not be accepted. A go/no-go deflection testing mandrel or gauge shall be furnished at the contractor's expense and shall be used in testing pipe deflection for acceptance, unless directed otherwise by the engineer. The deflection testing gauge used shall be the fixed size or multi-size type as manufactured by Herco Enterprises, Inc., or engineer approved equal. Tests shall be performed no earlier than 30 days after installation and compaction have been completed. The tests shall be performed without mechanical pulling devices. The following table lists present mandrel outside diameter as defined as 5%, 5%. Of the base inside diameter of ASTM D3034, ASTM F679, ASTM F789, and ASTM F794 closed profile and are subject to revisions of the standard. Pipe wall thickness and outside diameter shall be tested and shall meet the requirements established in the respective ASTM standards as measured in accordance with Section 6 and Section 8, respectively, of method ASTM D2122 pipe wall thickness and outside diameter for AWWAC 905 pipe shall be tested and shall meet the requirements established by the AWWAC 905 standard. Other pipe approved for use with a different pipe material, different diameter specification, or different allowable percent deflection shall have a mandrel configured accordingly. C. Working room. The working room for flexible pipe shall be a minimum of 6 inches, 6, and a maximum of 12 inches, 12, from each side of the pipe to the face of the trench walls. The maximum 12-inch, 12, requirement will be waived when the pipe is provided a concrete cover as shown on the standard detail sheet of the plans. D. Pipe stiffness. All mains are to be SDR26 PVC, ASTM D3034, with a minimum stiffness of 115 psi. E. At waterline crossings and where water and sewer mains are parallel and separation distance cannot be achieved as per 30 TAC 217-13, use pressure-rated pipe SDR26 PVC, ASTM D2241, with a minimum pressure rating of 150 psi. 3. Concrete pipe. Concrete pipe will not be permitted for use as sanitary sewer transmission line. 4. Asbestos cement pipe. Asbestos cement pipe will not be permitted for use as sanitary sewer transmission line. 5. Polyvinyl chloride, PVC, sewer pipe. When the depth of cover over the top of the pipe is 0 feet, 0, to 14 feet, 14, polyvinyl chloride, PVC, sewer pipe and fittings shall conform to SDR26 ASTM D3034, 8-15, SDR35 ASTM F679 Type T1 wall, 18-27, ASTM F789 Type T1 wall with a minimum pipe stiffness of 46 psi. Or ASTM F794 closed profile Uni B9 Series 46 when the depth of the cover over the top of the pipe is greater than 14 feet, 14, only ASTM D3034, 8-15, SDR26 PVC sewer pipe and fittings of AWWAC 905 CI outside diameter, 1436, SDR26 PVC water transmission pipe and fittings may be used. 4. Pipe diameters greater than 36 inches, 36, PVC is not allowed. No fillers or extenders shall be added to the PVC resin other than those ingredients normally required for lubrication, ultraviolet light protection, stabilization, resin modification, and pigments essential for processing, property control or coloring. The PVC sewer pipe shall have elastomeric gasket joints conforming to ASTM D3212 and gaskets to ASTM F477 polyvinyl chloride, PVC. Exposed ribbed open profile gravity sewer pipe will not be permitted for use as a sanitary sewer transmission line. All plastic pipes shall be continuously and permanently marked with the following information: manufacturer's name, pipe size, nominal, schedule size, type of material, code number, and the ASTM designation with which the pipe complies. 6. Polyvinyl chloride, PVC, pressure pipe. Polyvinyl chloride, PVC, pressure pipe used for force mains or other use as specified in the plans shall conform to a minimum of SDR26 as specified in AWWAC 900 and AWWAC 905. It shall be hydrostatic tested at the lowest point to a pressure equal to 2 times the sum total of the pressure due to the design hydrostatic head of the water column plus the total friction loss with a maximum of 150 psi. 7. Cast iron pipe. Cast iron pipe will not be permitted for use as sanitary sewer transmission line. 8. Ductile iron pipe and fittings. Ductile iron pipe shall have 60,000 psi. Tensile strength, 42,000 psi. Yield strength, 10%, 10%. Maximum elongation and shall conform to the requirements of the latest revision of ANSI Standard A2151/AWWAC 151. Thickness or class shall be that required for laying condition type 4 or 5, in accordance with actual conditions at the site. Ductile iron pipe may be thickness designed in accordance with requirements of the latest revision of ANSI Standard A2150/AWWAC 150. Thickness design shall be based on standard laying conditions 4 or 5 in accordance with conditions at the site. Fittings for ductile iron pipe shall have not less than the thickness, class, or pressure rating specified for ductile iron pipe. Fittings shall be furnished with all necessary glands, gaskets, bolts, etc., as may be required to complete the joints. Rubber gasket joints for mechanical joints or push-on type joints shall conform to the requirements of ANSI Standard A21/AWWAC 111. All ductile iron pipe and fittings shall be polyethylene lined. The polyethylene lining material for pipe and fitting shall be virgin polyethylene ANSI/ASTM D1248, compounded with inert filler and with sufficient carbon black to resist ultraviolet rays during storage of the pipe and fittings. The polyethylene shall be bonded to the interior of the pipe or fitting by heat. Polyethylene lining in pipe and in fittings shall be 40 mils nominal thickness. Minimum lining thickness shall be 30 mils. Procedure for sealing cut ends and repairing field damaged areas of outside coated and interior lined ductile iron pipe and fittings shall comply with manufacturer's specifications. All ductile iron pipe shall be continuously and permanently marked with the information described as follows. The weight, class, or nominal thickness, and casting period shall be shown on each pipe, the manufacturer's mark, the year in which the pipe was produced, and the letters D or ductile shall be cast or stamped on the pipe. All required markings shall be clear and legible, and all cast marks shall be on or near the bell. All letters and numerals on pipe sizes 14-inch and larger shall be not less than 1/2 inch in height. 9. Pressed rest concrete cylinder pipe. Pressed rest concrete cylinder pipe will not be permitted for use as sanitary sewer transmission line. 10. All sanitary sewer pipe and fittings shall be tested and stamped by an independent testing laboratory or the San Antonio River Authority. This independent testing laboratory shall provide a certificate of compliance to these specifications that shall be signed by a registered professional engineer. 11. Mechanical or compression joints, concrete jointing collars, or non-reinforced rubber adapters shall be used only as approved by the owner. 402. 3. Construction methods. All sanitary sewer mains shall be constructed in accordance with the specifications herein outlined and in conformity with the required lines, grades, and details shown on the plans and as directed by the engineer. Successful passage of the air test, as described under TCEQ criteria, shall be required for the acceptance of the mains. 1. Ductile iron pipe 24 inches, 24, and smaller shall rest on an undisturbed earth foundations where stable bedding conditions exist, continuously throughout its length, true to line and grade. When bell and spigot pipe is used, the position of the pipe bells shall be determined by measurement, and cross excavation just adequate to admit the pipe bells without bearing shall be cut. It is specifically provided, however, that if rock occurs in boulder ledge or coarse gravel formations at the bearing level, it shall be removed to a depth of not less than 6 inches, 6, below the lowest bearing level of the pipe and replaced with approved select bedding material in conformance with item 404,2a. Bedding, after which fine grade and excavation for bells shall be done in the manner described above. 2. Where ductile iron pipe to be laid is larger than 24 inches, 24, in diameter, the trench bottom shall be shaped by fine grading to firmly embed the lower quadrant of the pipe. At the direction of the engineer, the contractor shall provide a template for shaping purposes. For flexible pipe and as an alternate to the above for ductile pipe, the bottom of the trench shall be excavated, undercut, and the lower quadrant of the pipe embedded in approved select bedding material in conformance with item 404,2a. Bedding, in accordance with lines and thickness as specified herein. 3. Subgrade filler. When laying pipe in unstable materials as defined by item 404,2a. 2. Bedding, the contractor shall, when directed by the field representative, under-excavate and remove existing unstable materials or rock, as directed by the field representative, and replace with subgrade filler material as directed and defined by item 404,2a. 3. Subgrade filler. 4. Pipe laying. The field representative will inspect all pipe before it is placed in the trench and will reject any sections found to be damaged or defective to a degree that would affect the function of the pipe. Rejected pipe shall be immediately removed from the site of the work. The contractor shall be required to commence construction and laying of pipe at the downstream end of the sanitary sewer outfall line and proceed non-stop in a forward upstream direction unless otherwise noted on the plans. No pipe shall be laid within 10 feet, 10, of any point where excavation is in progress. Pipe laying shall proceed upgrade with the tongue or spigot pointing in the direction of flow. Pipe shall be lowered into the trench without disturbing the prepared foundation or the trench sides. The drilling of lifting holes in the field will not be permitted. Pipe shall be pulled home in a straight line with all parts of the pipe on line and grade at all times. No side movement or up and down movement of the pipe will be permitted during or after the pulling operation. Should couple joints of pipe be out of line or off grade, they shall be removed one joint at a time and brought to the proper line and grade. The lifting or moving of several joints of coupled pipe at one time to close a partially open joint or to fine grade underlaid joints of pipe will not be permitted. Pulling or pushing a joint of pipe in place by using a crane, bulldozer, or backhoe will not be permitted. No pipe shall be installed in tunnels except as provided on the plans, or with the permission of the engineer. If the contractor finds it necessary to install pipe in tunnels not provided on the plans, he shall submit to the engineer, prior to commencement of work, a detailed outline of procedures, methods, and use of materials depending on existing soil conditions. No horizontal or vertical curves shall be permitted, except as authorized by the engineer. The minimum radius for the type sewer pipe used shall be as recommended by the manufacturer or grader and approved by the engineer. Before leaving the work unattended, the upper ends of all pipelines shall be securely closed with a tight-fitting plug or closure. The interior of laid pipe shall be kept free from dirt, silt, gravel, or foreign material at all times. The interior of pipe shall be cleaned of all foreign material prior to final acceptance of the line. All pipe in place must be approved before backfilling. Pipe shall be cut from measurements taken at the site and not from the plans. Necessary provisions shall be taken in laying pipe to provide for expansion and contraction. 5. Ductile iron pipe. Under no circumstances shall ductile iron pipe be cut or repaired using an acetylene torch. Cuts and repairs must be made by a cutting machine which shall be approved by the engineer. 6. Trench safety. All excavation and trenching shall conform to item number 700, trench excavation protection. 7. Laser beams. The use of laser beams for vertical control shall be required provided the contractor makes available to the inspector, when requested, a level and rod of sufficient sensitivity to accurately determine differences in elevation between points 300 feet apart with one instrument setup. No pipe shall be installed in tunnels except as provided on the plans, or with the permission of the engineer. If the contractor finds it necessary to install pipe in tunnels not provided on the plans, he shall submit to the engineer, prior to commencement of work, a detailed outline of procedures, methods, and use of materials depending on existing soil conditions. No horizontal or vertical curves shall be permitted in conformance with appropriate regulatory agency requirements. Before leaving the work unattended, the upper ends of all pipelines shall be securely closed with a tight-fitting plug or closure. The interior of laid pipe shall be kept free from dirt, silt, gravel, or foreign material at all times. All pipes in place must be approved before backfilling. When replacing an existing system in place, contractor shall maintain screens to prevent the entrance of construction debris into the sewer system. 402 For water main crossings. Where sanitary sewer gravity or force mains are to be constructed in the vicinity of water mains, the requirements of the design criteria for sewage systems of the Texas Department of Health/Texas Natural Resources Conservation Commission shall be followed. 1. Water line/new sewer line separation. When new sanitary sewers are installed, they shall be installed no closer to water lines than 9 feet in all directions. Sewers that parallel water lines must be installed in separate trenches. Where the 9-foot separation distance cannot be achieved, the following guidelines will apply. A. Where a sanitary sewer parallels a water line, the sewer shall be constructed of cast iron, ductile iron, or PVC meeting ASTM specifications with a pressure rating for both the pipe and joints of 150 psi. The vertical separation shall be a minimum of 2 feet between outside diameters and the horizontal separation shall be a minimum of 4 feet between outside diameters. The sewer shall be located below the water line. B. Where a sanitary sewer crosses a water line and the sewer is constructed of cast iron, ductile iron, or PVC with a minimum pressure rating of 150 psi, an absolute minimum distance of 6 inches between outside diameters shall be maintained. In addition, the sewer shall be located below the water line where possible, and one length of the sewer pipe must be centered on the water line. C. Where a sewer crosses under a water line and the sewer is constructed of ABS truss pipe, similar semi-rigid plastic composite pipe, a minimum 2-foot separation distance shall be maintained. The initial backfill shall be cement stabilized sand, 2 or more bags of cement per cubic yard of sand, for all sections of sewer within 9 feet of the water line. This initial backfill shall be from 1/4 diameter below the center line of the pipe to 1 pipe diameter, but not less than 12 inches, above the top of the pipe. D. Where a sewer crosses over a water line, all portions of the sewer within 9 feet of the water line shall be constructed of cast iron, ductile iron, or PVC pipe with a pressure rating of at least 150 psi using appropriate adapters. In lieu of this procedure, the new conveyance may be encased in a joint of 150 psi pressure class pipe at least 18 feet long and 2 nominal sizes larger than the new conveyance. The space around the carrier pipe shall be supported at 5 feet intervals with spacers or be filled to the spring line with washed sand. The encasement pipe should be centered on the crossing and both ends sealed with cement grout or manufactured seal. 2 water line/manhole separation. Unless sanitary sewer manholes and the connecting sewer can be made watertight and tested for no leakage, they must be installed so as to provide a minimum of 9 feet of horizontal clearance from an existing or proposed water line. Where the 9-foot separation distance cannot be achieved, a carrier pipe as described in 1D, above, may be used where appropriate. 425 traps and interceptors. Traps and interceptors, FOG, TCEQ. All commercial buildings will have traps, FOG TCEQ, and will follow the Uniform Plumbing Code and the City of San Antonio Building Inspections Department Code Division 5, Fats, Oils, and Grease. The City of San Antonio Code can be found at http://library municode com/html/11508/level4/tyico_ch34 ways_art_div5 faigr HTML #tyico_ch34 ways_art_div5 faigr_s34525 jepir #toptitle oil separators, which include oil separator gasoline service stations, car washes, garages, dry cleaners, chemical plants, gas plants, hide processors, testing laboratories, or any place where oil or solvents may be introduced into the sanitary sewer system. The sizing criteria for oil separators shall be based on the g.p.m. rate of all fixtures, appliance, or appurtenance, draining into sewer system. Sand interceptors. Sand interceptors shall be installed in the sewer system of the following establishments: garages, car washes, service stations, or any place of business where heavy solids may be introduced into the sanitary sewer system. The sizing criteria for a sand interceptor shall be based on the required g.p.m. x 12-minute retention times to obtain the tank size in gallons capacity. Automatic car washes with high-pressure sprays and or brushes install a 50 g.p.m. interceptor minimum. For a 4-bay vehicle wash, the size of the interceptor shall increase 10 g.p.m. m. For each additional wash bay over 4 single bay or portable washer type vehicle washes shall install a 20 GPM interceptor minimum neutralizing devices. In no case shall corrosive liquids, spent acids, or other harmful chemicals which might destroy or injure a drain, sewer, soil, or waste pipe, or which might create noxious or toxic fumes, discharge into the sanitary sewer system without being thoroughly neutralized by passing through a properly constructed and acceptable neutralizing device. Such device shall be provided with a sufficient intake of neutralizing medium, consisting of limestone or marble chips, so as to make its contents non-injurious before being discharged into the sanitary sewer system. Lint traps. Public and private washaterias and commercial laundries shall install a lint trap equipped with a conveniently located and easily removable wire basket or other similar device that will prevent the strings, rags, buttons, or other prohibited material from entering the sanitary sewer system. The basket or other similar device shall prevent passage to the sanitary sewer system of solids greater than 1/2 inch in diameter. The lint trap size shall be based on the total G.P.M. of all fixtures, appliances, and appurtenances draining to it. In lieu of a lint trap, a lint interceptor may be installed. The interceptor shall be sized and designed by a Texas-registered engineer with his seal and signature on the drawings. Silver recovery units. Silver recovery units shall be installed in waste line, S, leading from X-ray processing, photographic processing, and or any procedures in establishments such as medical labs, dental labs, photo finishers, printers, graphic arts production facilities, hospital facilities, veterinary hospitals, or other establishments where silver may be introduced into the sanitary sewer system. Solids interceptors. Solids interceptors shall be installed when pre-treatment of waste streams is necessary to prevent solids greater than 1/2 in diameter, which may cause line stoppage from entering the sanitary sewer system. Grease interceptors. Gravity. A plumbing appurtenance of not less than 500 gallons, 1,893 L, capacity that are installed in the sanitary drainage system to intercept free-floating fats, oils, and grease from wastewater discharge. Separation is accomplished by gravity during a retention time of not less than 30 minutes. The appurtenance shall be a double compartment, first compartment 60% and the second compartment 40%, with a minimum 20 manhole access to each compartment unless otherwise approved by the code official. A. Interceptors shall be constructed in accordance with the design approved by the San Antonio River Authority, consisting of a minimum of 2 compartments with fittings designed for grease retention and provide for a minimum of 30 minutes retention. B. There shall be an adequate number of manholes to provide access for cleaning all areas of an interceptor, 1 manhole per trap compartment. Manhole covers shall be gas-tight in construction, having a minimum opening dimension of 20 inches, 0.5 m. C. In areas where traffic may exist, the interceptor shall be designed to have adequate reinforcement and cover. D. All interceptors shall have the size of the interceptor, in gallon per minute or gallon capacity, permanently affixed to the device. E. All concrete utilized in the construction of interceptor shall have a minimum strength of 3,000 psi. F. An effluent sampling well on all interceptors shall be required. The sample well shall have a riser a minimum of 6 inches in diameter and shall be installed after the confluence of all waste streams from the facility and prior to discharging into sanitary sewer collection system. The well shall be perpendicular to the effluent lateral to allow visual observation of the flow stream and provide for sampling of wastewater. Watertight testing, 24 hours, G. All interceptors shall be water tested out at job site after being installed, plug both ends and fill to top of interceptor. Interceptor shall show no leakage from section seams, pinholes, or other imperfections. Any leakage is cause for rejection. When leakage occurs, additional water testing shall be made. After correcting measure test, reports shall show total number of interceptors tested. When leakage occurs, corrective measures taken shall be reported by the SARA inspectors. SARA inspectors shall record in daily log with project name, date it was tested and completed. 402.5 Measurement. Sanitary sewers construction will be measured from center of manhole to center of manhole to determine the actual horizontal distance. 402.6 Payment. Sanitary sewers will be paid for at the contract bid price per linear foot complete in place for the size of line constructed. Said price shall be full compensation for furnishing all materials, trenching, pumping, bedding, haunching, initial backfilling, secondary backfill, concrete plugs, seepage retainage, laying and jointing, tamping, water, vertical stacks, air testing, line cleaning, television inspection, labor, tools, equipment and other incidentals necessary to complete the work.